Hello everyone, it is now December 6th and I decided to go into town today. I want to visit my local yarn shop and I will try to take you along and show you a little bit of the yarns that they have there. Let's go! Hello everyone, it is now Tuesday evening and as you just saw I went to my local yarn shop today and of course I brought some new yarn with me. So as I just finished my slipover recently, as you might have seen in the first episode of these festive diaries, I am now in the mood for festive knit, and as you can see I bought some bright red yarns. So first of all, this is a cone of Holst Super Soft in the color Poppy. So this should be enough for me to make both a hat. I am planning to make my Johanne hat, this one that I was wearing earlier today. And on top of that, I think I can make a short cardigan, like a cropped cardigan. We will see. I will start with a hat and I will hold the Holst Super Soft with typical silk mohair. This is the one from Ito. This is a little bit longer than normally you have when you have silk mohair. This has 240 meters and this is about 262 yards, and the color is red 0309. Am I holding it upside down? No, it's fine. Okay. And usually I only need these two for the head, but I found something else and I was very intrigued to try it because it is a yarn with a little bit of shimmer in it. And this is also from Ito. It's called Tetsu. I will show you. I hope that you can see this. And the interesting thing about it is you can see it has this shine to it, and that is because it is 61% silk and 93% stainless steel. So this lovely shine, like this shimmering effect from the yarn, is from the stainless steel, and I hope that will give the hat a little more Christmas vibes without being too glittery or something like with the yarns that have those acrylic fibers in it. So this lovely glittery effect comes from stainless steel. And the color is also called red, but it has a different number. It's 0433. I'm not sure if you can see this. Yes, so I will be swatching, holding all the 3 yarns together, and then I will hopefully get a new Johanne hat. And I also made some progress on my cardigan sleeves, so now this is already quite a bit bigger, and I am planning, as I said last time, I'm planning to record a little segment about how I knit brioche, because it's really much easier than you think. So let me give you an impression on how long it is. So I think I have a little more than half of it is already done, so this goes by really quickly. Yeah, so that was my little update, and now I'm going to knit for a little bit. Bye! So let's have a look at brioche stitch together. This is the sleeve that I'm currently making, and these are the yarns that I'm using. This is Ficula Natilia in a lovely rusty orange shade, and this is my plate of Plötulopi. And as you can see, it has this lovely variegations in it. It's sometimes a little more red and sometimes a little more orange, and I really like it. And if I knit them together, I get this lovely fabric. So let's talk about brioche for a moment. Let me get this in my hands in the right way. So, as you can see, this is one color brioche, and I always have like a knit stitch with a yarn over, and then in between there I have like a purl stitch. And this is like a 2-stitch repeat. I always have this purl stitch and then a knit stitch with a yarn over. So, and this one color brioche is knit the same way from both the sides. So the way that I'm looking at it will be the same if I now work a row and then turn it around. So let me show you what I do. Please don't mind the edge stitch that I have here. That depends on the pattern that you're working, and this is a little out of the row. So I, in this case, slip the first stitch, but you do whatever the pattern says. And then you have here the very first knit stitch with the yarn over, and this one I brioche knit, which is basically just inserting my needle into both of these strands and knitting them together as if it was a knit two together. So now the next stitch is a purl stitch, and as I said, the rows are worked the same way if I work the right side or the wrong side. So on the other side of my work, this purl stitch will be a knit stitch. So on the next row, I want this knit stitch to be accompanied by a yarn over, just like this one is. So what I do is I need to yarn over and then just slip the stitch. And I usually do this in a single motion. So let me show you. I go behind both of these strands and then I just slip this off. Then I will show this in a second again. Here is another knit stitch with a yarn over from the previous row. I'll just knit those together as if there were 2 stitches. So now we have the purl stitch again. Let me show you what I do. What I basically do in one step, if I would split those things up, would be yarn over and then slipping that stitch. But I feel it is more comfortable to do it in one motion, so I do not first yarn over and then slip that stitch, but I just grab them both and have them both here. So let me show you this a little bit quicker so that you can get an example of how I would usually do this. So what this feels like doing for me is just slip one, knit one, slip one, knit one. Because those yarn overs, I do them in the very same motion. So once again, here I go. I grab both of these strands, so I have a yarn over created right here and brioche knit. So, and now if we look at those stitches that I've just worked, I will turn this around. Then you can see I have the same pattern again, like I have the purl stitch and a knit stitch with the yarn over. So when I work over this other side again, it will be absolutely the same. I will add a yarn over to this purl stitch and brioche knit those 2 stitches together. So this is really a lot easier than many people think. The rows are worked entirely the same, so you only ever work one stitch pattern, if you want to say so. You only have a setup row when you start your project, but that, as with all setup rows, you only work that once. So I will do it a few more times for you to see. And I do not ever yarn forward. As you can see, my working yarn is always behind my left hand needle. I do not change the position of the yarn. So, and then I have my last stitch. You can just don't regard that one as just depending on the pattern. So, as you can see, now I can work back. I have the same stitch pattern as before. And this way I can work row by row by row and it will be very easy. I hope this helps. Please do not fear brioche stitch. It's much easier than you might think. And it's so much fun. And the fabric it creates is so lovely and so squishy and it looks so beautiful. So don't hold yourself back. You absolutely can do it. I hope this helps. So here am I sitting in the train on the way to my parents' house because it's the birthday of my mom, and I'm knitting away on my newly cast on Johanne Hat and just enjoying the ride. And I don't know if I have ever mentioned this, my mom does not only knit like me, but she also has a giant loom and works beautiful fabrics of many kinds. And I thought you might be interested in seeing her craft room a little bit, and maybe I will insert also some clips at the end here of the things that she has made in the past, and I think you will enjoy it. So that was everything from me for this Festive Diary episode, and I will see you next time. Enjoy the footage of my mom's woven fabrics. Bye.